Good evening and welcome to tonight's news broadcast. My name is Gadina Njunda and here are the top stories making headlines across Kenya and around the world. From economic shifts at the central bank to growing public outrage over a blogger's death in custody and a pivotal movement for our national football team. We begin with breaking news in the financial world. The Monetary Policy Committee has today announced a major decision of lowering the central bank rate to 9.75%. This is down from 10.5% and it's intended to stimulate economic activity and encourage more lending across the country. Lower rates typically reduce the cost of borrowing for businesses and households, something the government hopes will fuel investments and job creation, especially as Kenya navigates a period of economic slowdown. That said, some economists warn that this easing could pose risks if inflation is not kept in check. Kenya's year-on-year inflation has been hovering above the target for months now. The Central Bank of Kenya, however, has reassured Kenyans that inflation trends are being monitored closely. We'll continue tracking market reactions and bring you expert analysis later in the week. Now to politics, where the government is facing intense pressure following the death of blogger Albert Ojwang while in police custody. Ojwang, a well-known social media personality and an outspoken political commentator, was detained late last week under unclear circumstances. Police say he suffered a medical episode while in custody, but civil rights groups are calling the explanation suspicious and demanding a full independent investigation. Human rights activists have singled out Deputy Inspector General Lagat, urging him to step aside as inquiries continue. Demonstrations were held today in Nairobi and Kisumu with protesters chanting for justice and accountability. So far, the Interior Ministry has yet to release a full statement, but pressure is mounting for both political and legal action. Turning to regional affairs, the World Bank has revised Kenya's 2025 economic growth forecast, now expecting a 4.5% growth rate, down from the earlier 5% estimate. The adjustment comes amid rising global uncertainty and domestic concerns over public debt, inflation, and slowed agricultural output. The World Bank attributes the downgrade to fragile investor confidence and fiscal tightening both locally and abroad. This news comes just ahead of upcoming talks between Kenya and the International Monetary Fund as the country seeks new financial support packages. Economists say that while Kenya's infrastructure and digital innovation sectors remain strong, there are still big challenges ahead, especially in reducing the fiscal deficit and improving tax efficiency. In business news, the Family Bank is growing its national footprint with the opening of its 96th branch, this time in Kilifi County. The move aims to boost financial inclusion in the coastal region where many residents still rely on informal saving groups and mobile money platforms. At the opening ceremony earlier today, the bank CEO Rebecca Mbithi said, "Our mission is to bring banking closer to the people. We are committed to building trust and supporting small businesses' growth from the grassroots." The new branch offers tailored services for small and medium enterprises, digital banking solution, and access to agricultural financing. Family Bank plans to open 4 more branches before the end of the year as part of the broader expansion strategy. And in sports, the Harambee Stars are preparing for what many are calling a make or break fixture in the AFCON qualifiers. The team faces Burkina Faso this Friday in a critical match that could determine whether Kenya secures a spot in the next year's tournament. Head coach Injin Firat spoke to the press in the afternoon, emphasizing the need for discipline, teamwork, and confidence. He has brought in several new players from Kenya's Premier League and a few based overseas. And now a quick look at the weather. Nairobi region will experience partly cloudy skies tonight with overnight lows of around 16 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with light winds expected through the afternoon. In Mombasa, residents can expect warm and humid conditions with daytime highs reaching 31 degrees Celsius. Kisumu and Eldoret are likely to see scattered showers midweek, especially in late afternoons. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Gladys Nanjunda. We'll be back tomorrow with more updates and analytics. Until then, stay safe. Good night. This is Tuk Radio.